Hi guys, welcome to the Malibana Brothers channel. Hope you guys have a fantastic time with me. This is Iman again. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Yes, what is staying focused? What do I mean by focus? What do I mean by staying focused? Why do I insist on making this a topic? Because I'm a cunt, and being a cunt is not nice. Being a bitch is not nice. Being motivated is important. You must know what motivates you, what builds you, what characterizes you. Do not get discombobulated by what I say, basically. So we are gonna talk about staying focused. So the reason I chose to make this a topic today is because most of my stories are based on life experiences, and I make them stories. Basically, I'm a good storyteller, so I said, why not? Perfect. Yes. So let's get to it. Why did I choose to make staying focused my topic for today? So it came a time when I was in the Northwest. I'm basically based in South Africa, as you guys know. I'm based in South Africa, so I was in a province called Northwest. Some people call it state, but in South Africa we call it province. So I was in the Northwest. I was chilling there, and you know, when you face the ceiling is where the thoughts really come together, right? You know, when you look at the ceiling and you're like, yeah, you know what, my life is shitty. You know, when you sit and look at the ceiling and say, my life is fucking shitty, I don't enjoy this one bit. That's when you realize you are fucking broke. You're broke. We are both broke, but I'm building a brand. I don't know what you're doing, but do something, because the day I make it, I'm gonna break so fucking hard. But that's not the point. Again, I like to derail a bit, so bear with me, I beg you. But yes, as I'm continuing, right, when I was looking at the ceiling, chilling at my mother's apartment in the Northwest, something came to my mind, right? Staying focused, that is to say, right? So I came with an idea of the 10-cut rule. So the 10-cut rule, to elaborate, the 10-cut rule is a rule that I came up with. I'm gonna copyright this shit. Don't steal it from me. So the 10-cut rule is a rule that I came up with about a couple of years ago when I was still based in the Northwest province. So basically the 10-cut rule is whereby you put 10 cards, right? It can be aces, it can be sevens, it can be spades, it can be whatever, right? So I was chilling at the house and I just put 10 cards on the floor, right? And I basically based my life off of those 10 cards. It's like playing Monopoly but in real life. But I played it with my cards, right? So what I used to do is I would place 10 cards, and each and every card had a dream written down, right? So with those 10 cards, I don't know where those 10 cards are right now, but yes. With those 10 cards, what I used to do is I would basically write everything down, right? From plan A to plan B to plan C until plan Z, right? So what I would normally do most of the time is I would basically write everything and then just stack them together, right? So the first rule that I did from the first card was healing, right? So why was healing important? For you to actually be successful, it's perfect to be hungry, but be hungry on top of, like, make it meaningful. Be hungry meaningfully, not just to kill people, be a murderer or this. I don't want to be a villain. I want to be a hero but also a villain, right? So what I would normally do is I would stack those cards together and I would work towards them. So the first card was healing, which was the ace of spades or whatever. Yes, ace of spades, I'm sorry. Yeah, continue. Yeah, but yeah, so what I would normally do is I would sit down, take some time, meditate, do some push-ups. I was still skinny, you know, but yeah, now I got muscles, I know, but that's not the point. So I would sit, do push-ups, try to heal myself, because um when you have a tough bringing, you only have two options, right? You only have two options. Either you become a hero or you become a villain. So I decided that I'm no longer gonna become a villain, I'm gonna become a hero. So how did that happen? What did I do? What's the first step I took? Meditate. Look at the problems. Don't blame everyone else. Blame yourself. Take accountability, take responsibility, build yourself to the highest echelon. Don't be a pussy. Don't run around and saying it's everyone's fault. That's how you start your journey to staying focused. I cannot just wake up and say, I want to stay focused and do 10 push ups on Monday, and then Tuesday I'm like, nah, I'll see some other time. Nah, you have to stay focused. And by staying focused is you build yourself within first, right? So I did that most of the time, built my life, built my categories, categorized my cards specifically. So the second card, after the healing journey was done, the second card was building a team. This one is very important. I don't want people to get confused with this one. Why I say building a team is important. Me, my brother, and my cousin, who's currently behind the camera right now, we are building teams. He's working on a company, my brother's working on a company, and I'm working on a company. We are the three of us, we are building brands, right? So as we are building brands, we are building a strong team, financially, loyalty, trust, every single thing that you need, all the qualities you need in a person is when you start building a team. The second card, right? So what I did was, I got an advice from a mentor, right, who's a friend but also a mentor. So what he said to me was, by rather than building a team from your friend's perspective, rather do it from a family perspective, right? Why don't you build a team within the family rather than going outside and trying to find people who you can build a team with, So I'm building it. So I decided that I'm gonna build a team, family-based team. When it grows, I know it's gonna grow in the next 5 years. I'm 100% sure it's gonna grow. But when it grows, it's still gonna be family. Of course, I'm gonna have accountants, I'm gonna have lawyers, all this, government staff, all of them. They're gonna be there. But the most important thing is family, right? Because when you lose it all, your family will be there. I'm currently building my brand right now. My cousin is currently building his brand. My brother is also building his brand. But we are working together like knives, at war. We are at war with the world. So, yes. So, the second card was to build a team. I did that, and it's working fantastically. Okay, there are some bumpy roads, but it's up to you whether you give up or not. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. I'm not gonna try and motivate you. Motivate yourself. I'm not gonna try and make money off of it, but you have to work with building a brand, right? So, the third card, which is the most important card, it comes after building a team because of one thing specifically. Friends, having the right group. As Dan Penna said, show me your friends, I'll show you your future, right? It adds value. I decided to add it after the team's card. I decided to make it the third card because I thought it was important, right? Because when you look at it, building a team within my family, we are a very small family, right? So building a team within the family, you are gonna need executives. So executives are the people who basically like CEOs, marketers, all of these things. So building that brand inside the family is gonna take up much strain, right? So I have to kind of try and make it a big thing, make it a big enthusiast, make it a big echelon. But I decided to do that by having the right friends, having the right group of friends. I always stick to one rule: make new friends every year. I always make new friends every year. So you have to work on that and you have to build on that, right? The third card is a bit short, but it also refers to the second card, which is building a team, right? I'm not gonna talk much about it, but I hope you guys understand me. The fourth card is basically it's basically not that it doesn't have that much weight, but it's also something. The fourth card was the grass is always greener on the other side. So what I mean by that is a lot of people tend to go back, right? A lot of people tend to start over when things get hard, and mostly men. I don't know about women. I'm not familiar with what women go through most of the time, but in most cases, um, I don't wanna. I wanna censor this, but fuck it. Let me be honest. So in a lot of cases, a lot of men tend to derail themselves from their future because of women, right? So if you find yourself a good person, if you find yourself a good woman, if you find yourself a good teammate, because that's the person you'll go back home to and tell your problems to, right? So I decided to put that on the fourth card because a lot of people tend to think they cannot make it if they don't have the right partner by their side. Remember this: the chess game can always be won even without the queen. You get me? So I always use that quote because it motivates me, right? You must stay within the lane. Even if you get cheated on, even if something bad happens to you, you must always stay on the lane. That is why I have the brothers that I have. My two brothers. We build a team. No matter what, I must not derail myself from the journey. The journey is very important. So as this continues, the fifth card. So the fifth card is basically 5 cards away from the last card. Me basically saying this is because the fifth card plays an important role. I decided to put it on number 5 because I feel like it's very important and it plays an important role. So here we go. The fifth card is energy. Why did I put energy in my journey, right? Energy is like having to sit down. Have you ever sat down with a pregnant woman and you just feel tired, you know? So that's like lacking motivation. I always say, I have a friend that, we are gym buddies, we work out together. So he always says to me, regardless of how you feel, always get the shit done. That's what I do. Getting the shit done. Get the shit done. Always work. Put in the hours. Put in the work. Make sure everything gets done. That's what I do. Right? So the fifth one is energy. Always circulate yourself around positive energy, because I can say now what I'm basically saying to this camera right now. I'm looking directly into it. I am gonna make it. I'm gonna be financially successful. I fucking know this. I know and I believe in it. And then someone comes next to me and says, I don't think you're gonna make it. You're gonna stay a peasant forever. You're gonna stay broke. You're not gonna make it. You're always gonna stay. You're always gonna stay a pawn. You're not gonna be a king. You're not gonna have knights to protect you. You're not gonna have castles to look over your shadow. You're not gonna have bishops. Nah. I don't work with that energy. So yes, the fifth card is basically of importance, but now let me close the fifth card, right? Because I'm racing against time. I'm always racing against time, because most of the time I don't have time, and then I have to make time, and then I have to rush and sit down and make the video. I have to edit the video. I have to wake up in the morning, get things done, but that's not the point. I love saying shit, so don't mind me. Let's get back to the topic. So the sixth card, right? It's not that mostly important, but you know what? Let me make it important, right? The sixth card was publishing. right? What do I mean by publishing? What I meant on the publishing part was publishing your execution plans. I'm that good, right? I'm that good. So publishing your execution plans is basically setting traps, setting bombs for enemies, right? Because when you build a brand, when you build your life, you're gonna encounter challenges. That's what I mean by publishing your execution plans. You are gonna face enemies, you're gonna face a lot of heat, you're gonna face a lot of problems. So how do you handle problems? How do you deal with it? How do you deal with stress? Right? What do you do? Step number 1 is you build a team. Step number 2 is you have good people by your side. Step number 3 is you build a perfect plan, perfect execution plan. Blow niggas up. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to do. But not literally. Yes, so publishing is very important too. You should make execution plans. You should always have your plans in order. You should always be ready for anything, because in this world, the world is not nice. It has never ever been nice, right? So execution plans is very important, right? The 7th one is self-motivation. So why do I think self-motivation is important? Self-motivation is important. Let's say maybe my girlfriend cheated on me yesterday, right? She cheats on me. I walk in the room. She's fucking another guy. The first thing I'm gonna say is, that guy's not better than me. That guy cannot reach the echelon that I'm on. I'm building a brand. He's broke. He's poor. The reason they fucked is because he was free. He is not busy with his life. They were both free. They're not doing anything. That's the 7th thing you need to do. That, it's whatever. Blah blah blah. So with that happening, should I just sit by the corner and cry, go pee myself? Oh, she cheated on me. I'm not going to the gym. I'm not gonna go to the 100 million meeting. I'm not gonna go close that $2 million deal. I'm not gonna do this. Nah, no. You're looking at it the wrong way, my friend. You should execute your plans. You should stay on the publishing route, right? Self-motivation is important. Self-motivation plays an important role. It is of utmost importance because, in a way, you should learn to always stay on the path. Be self-motivated regardless of how you feel. Get the job done, right? So cut number 8, right? Cut number 8, I feel like is important. This is the most important cut for me because I'm also using that card right now, right? That card is always in my mind every single day of my life. I always have that card in my mind. Card number 8 is discipline. Discipline. Why is discipline important? Discipline is important because it plays an important role. It is important because without discipline, you're not gonna get anything done, not even one thing. So what I do most of the time by being disciplined is I get the things that I need to do done. By doing so is knowing that maybe, let's say, Saturday, people are going to the club, people are going to party, and I have this dinner meeting with a client, maybe, or maybe a business partner, or maybe I'm supposed to be with my brothers and we are supposed to go somewhere. What do? I get the job done. Being disciplined. I'm not gonna say, nah, let me postpone the meeting. The Travis Scott is gonna be there. Drake is gonna be there. Drake is not gonna pay my bills. Those are very important things. And people like discipline because they always think they have time. I might die tomorrow. I'm gonna die a hero. I'm gonna die knowing that I tried. Genuinely, I tried. I sat down in this camera. A lot of people are shy. I took the oath of sitting in front of this camera because I am self-disciplined. I came here unprepared. Self-disciplined. Regardless of how you feel, regardless of the fear, regardless of the doubt, I am self-disciplined because I know what I fucking want. Right? So, the 9th thing on my card collection, which is very important. I love it so much. I love this so much. Money. Money, 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 money. I don't necessarily mean cash. I mean digital money. So what I mean by digital money is you basically have to do two things. Have your financials right and have an accountant. Accountant's still money. So before I continue with this, I feel like I should back to school, right? Go back to university or go back to high school. Finish, like restart my syllabus, restart everything that I learned because I did science, I did geography, I did all of this. Accountant's still money. And I'm worried about it because when I think about it, I have to have an accountant. Damn. It's a journey, but I'll get there, right? Nah, wait. Before I continue, the guy sitting behind the camera, he's an accountant. So he's looking at me right now, ne? So let me continue. He's angry. I know. I'm sorry, my brother. I love you. But let me continue. So money is important because I try make as much money as I can, right? Because in a way, without money, I feel like there are not a lot of things you can do. Financial freedom is important. You know how nice it would be when you would receive a call from your mother and she would say, I don't have any cash on me right now. Can you send me something? I'm trying to pay maybe my bills, and you just send her $1,000,000. That would be nice, wouldn't it be? Just think about it. Figure it out. Just imagine it. Imagine it. It would be nice, wouldn't it be? Maybe it's her birthday and you say, Mom, you know what? Take a jet, fly to Bali, have fun, collect maybe 10 of your friends or whatever number. I'm not broke anymore. I'm financially stable. Go enjoy yourself. Let me call my PA. She'll organize the flight. She'll organize the accommodation. She'll organize the Bugatti. She'll organize the Rolls Royce. She'll organize the Maybach. Any transport you may desire, it'll be there waiting for you. You know, that's just what it is. Financial freedom. Financial freedom. Right? So the money is the ninth card. I didn't put it as the first card because I feel like if you don't get yourself in order, then you won't get the money. That's how I feel basically. You need to get yourself in order first before you can get to the money, right? So the last card, the last but not least, is knowledge. Knowledge is very important. Without knowledge, you won't have any money, right? I'm not saying slow learners. No, fucking hell. I'm so sorry. If you basically take your time with learning things, I have a friend who's basically like that, right? He is a Muslim also, but he is very smart. But when he listens to you, he asks a question every after 10 seconds, right? Why does he do that? It's because he wants to understand. Surely he has to be sure. Look at the people at Wall Street in New York. Those people, a lot of people think those people live alone. If you go to that man's apartment, you will see he lives with a cat. He lives alone. He doesn't have friends. He's always sad and all of that. You know, it's not nice, but I understand it. You know, it makes perfect sense. But those people are the smartest people in the world. Why I say that is because they listen attentively and they are the masters of publishers. They are the masters of execution, right? Those people can take 2 years to get revenge. You can slap the shit out of them today. They'll respond 3 years later. That's just how they are, right? So the last card is basically important because without knowledge, you're not gonna do a lot. Without knowledge, you're not gonna execute your plans, right? You're not gonna succeed. You're not gonna do a lot of things. You're not gonna become financially successful, right? You have to have knowledge. Build a team. Be around people who know money. Be around people who know how the world operates. Be around people who know which watch to buy, which brand to wear, which cryptocurrency to buy, which place to go and maybe do an event at. You know, I'm very familiar with Dubai. I love Dubai. And in most cases, I build my brand off of that, right? So that's what we do basically. So in most cases, like, I feel like these 10 cards have been a phenomenal building, a phenomenal structure of my life, because without them I wouldn't be sitting right here in this camera, right? I wouldn't be sitting right in front of this camera, right? So um figuring things out and being financially stable, being financially successful, building an honest and faithful team, being loyal, do not s- do not being able to sneak people, being as honest as possible. And another thing I feel like I should add on this video is envy. Don't be envy. Just stay in your lane, just build your life, and just do your thing. So as I'm continuing, these 10 cards have been a monumental success to me in figuring my life out, in building my brand, in building my life. Not only for me, but they also work for my cousin as well. They also work for my brother as well, because we build on stoicism, we build on financial stability, we build on wealth, we build on teams, we build on people. Remember this: you won't be financially successful without people by your side. A lot of people think they'll make it without people. Remember this: you need people, you need someone by your side. You won't make it out alone. You need honest people, you need people who are gonna believe in you, you need people who are gonna want to work with you, you need people who are gonna withstand the tornadoes, withstand the volcanoes, because along the journey it's gonna be bumpy. You're gonna face executions, you're gonna face a lot of things that are gonna want you to quit. That's just doubt. You have to face your fears, you have to be diligent, right? Yes, you have to get things done, you have to be very, very stoic. Especially as a man, you must be very, very stoic, because the world for a man is not nice. You must be ready for anything, even if it's just, no matter how big it is, no matter how small it is, you must be ready, because life for a man is very difficult. I know this for a fact, right? Women are on the highest echelon and a man is on the lowest. So to get to that top pyramid, you have to go through the storm, go through the rough towers, fight people, go to court, face challenges, and do all of these things. As I sit here in front of this camera, I don't drink alcohol. I am very, very disciplined. I don't do drugs. I don't party. I am very, very disciplined. So I know I'm gonna be financially successful. I know this for a fact, because I always say to my friends, there is less competition because everyone is just so distracted. If you build on that, if you build your brand, if you build your life on that, you'll be financially successful. I hope these 10 cards gave you guys an idea on what building your life is like, and just figuring things out and staying focused. Focus is very important. I hope you guys really, really enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys understood me. I hope to see you guys next time. This is Iman. I'm out. Peace.